Oh,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Can't believe this, but Chris and I were just talking back and forth. He says it's almost time to go, and I just put the little mouse up there with my finger, hit the go button, go in live button. Anyway, I hope you guys have seen some of the t-shirts that I'm out. I wore one the last time I was on. I didn't get enough sizes in my size. I need to get more sizes, not a heavier person size. Anyway. We're going to be answering some questions today, and I just want to say hi to some people. So, hello, Joanne. Hello, Diana. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Ducky2. Hi, everyone. Hello. Am I looking in the right camera?
yeah. I'm just focusing it.
I got so many cameras around me, and I was like, which one do I look in? Okay, so I want you guys to be grateful. I'm so grateful to you guys for being patient with us as far as us coming out with, the Skypes, the phone stuff. We're trying to break in new territories all the time, kind of make you feel closer to us so we can feel closer to you guys, kind of like we're all in the same room together. There are so many wires in this room, though I can't even tell you if you can see behind the scenes here.
Oh, it's hard to walk around. It's
wow! Anyway, I hope you guys have had a good weekend. I have done absolutely nothing but to stay home and fill my cheeks up with plenty of food. I'm getting into the Discovery Channel these days and all kinds of different shows. So it's fun. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for getting back to me on the ants. I kind of have it controlled, but what I find myself doing now is moving my cat bowl from like the carpet to the closet, by the fireplace, by the bed, because if she doesn't eat every crumb, then those ants are just kind of relentless. And I find myself cleaning up, and then I find myself doing this like I have a tick or something. But anyway, thank God they're just ants, not spiders or something, because I got a terrible type of spiders. Anyway, look at all you people. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Angel Light. Hi, Lori. Hi, Junior. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Karen. Well, that's a lot of kitty happy faces you got there. I see you retiring in 11 months? Can you go back? Can you make that go back for me or no? No?
What you talking about? Did you see one that you wanted to see?
Yep. Can I just...
Let's see what I can do for you.
See if we can do this backwards. I was trying... Right here. This is the one.
This is the one? Cool.
Retired 11 months and 2 weeks. Do you see me doing something for extra cash? Yes, but I don't think you have to do it because you have to. You do it because you want to. So, but yes, I do see you retiring. And pretty much, long story short, having plenty of money to do what you want to do. So that's great. You'll be able to eat out and go to the places you want to go. So more power to you. I'm happy for you. You worked hard your whole life. Okay, so now you have and I want to thank everyone here for the donations, or what we used to call super chats, which now we're calling donations. That it keeps, this channel alive. It keeps Chris coming in. It keeps me coming in. It keeps us doing it, and it really helps us, because it helps us get the wiring and the plugs that go bad and everything else that goes along with doing this, making it possible so that we can spend time with you guys.
Oh, yeah, it is very expensive.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But, we're here together, doing it all together, and it's working out. So I'm very pleased. And if you guys have a chance to view this channel, go see the more videos and check us out. And if you like us, please give us a like button, subscribe. I haven't looked in a while on how many subscriptions we need to reach that 10,000 mark, but I don't think we're too far away from that. And then we can bring the merch account online and help you guys order your goodies a lot easier. But still, at this present point in time, you can go to sylviabrowne.com and go to one of the websites and order it that way. And the church are going really well, so we're very pleased that you guys are very happy with it. Or so far, so good. Okay, you want to read me a question, Chris?
Let's read you one question. S says, when will I get justice for the betrayal that a woman has exposed me for almost 3 years?
I don't know if there's ever going to be kind of justice you can get for that, in all honesty, but I think that everything does come out in the wash without a shadow of a doubt, and I think you'll be able to see karma be more in effect in the next 2 years from now. So I know we like sometimes to get a Coke and a popcorn and watch it, but justice will be served to some degree within the next 2 years. But I'm so sorry what you've gone through. I don't think there's anything that can repay the humility and everything else that you've gone through. So I'm so sorry that you've had to go through that. I'm going to try to call this number now. Let's see if it works.
Call Nikki.
Yes, Nikki, are you home? You hear that okay?
Yeah, I hear it fine.
Hi, this is Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. This is Chris from YouTube Live.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Are you
She's got a lot of
watching
background
us?
noise.
I am right now.
Yeah, she's got a lot of noise in the background. Ask if she can go somewhere else, like outside.
Can you walk to a different place so you don't have so much noise in the background? No?
Is this better?
It's doable.
Yeah. It's
So,
doable.
do you want us to read the question that you asked me, or do you want to ask me a question?
I want to ask a different question.
Okay, go for it.
What is my animal totem?
Your animal totem is an owl.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
What-
what do owls represent?
Oh, you have to research that. You got to look that up.
Okay, I will
That's
do
your
that.
homework. But you know, Michelle and I were driving one time and drove out these gates, and this owl almost landed about 30 feet in front of the vehicle. And the wingspan of this owl and how they can maneuver and turn their head around and take off practically as quickly as they landed is just a very awesome sight. You got to research the wingspan because it's enormous.
That is really interesting. I will definitely do some research on that.
And thank you so much for answering and keeping up with YouTube Live, dear. God bless.
Thanks
Have a
for
nice
calling.
day. Okay.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I
Oh
thought
my
this was
God.
on the computer for a second. I thought, how do I hang it up? Okay, so Kelly. Hi, Chris. Hi, look at all the hearts. We love you too. Kimberly. Hi, Chris. Hi, how's it going? My feed is not rotating anymore.
It is not.
It's kind of frozen there.
Let's
So.
see what we can do for that.
There we
There we
go.
go. You just have an
There's
issue.
everybody. Hi. Hi, Maureen. Okay, you ready to... Hi, Maria.
I've got 3 messages for you immediately. Let me know when you want one.
Yep, let's get them now.
Awesome. Steve says, "Hey Chris, love you and loved your wonderful mother. You were spot on last time as always. I wanted to see what your guides tell you my life theme is. Thank you. Much love."
Your primary theme is warrior. Secondary theme is humanitarian. But I have one guy, Charlie. Unless things change, it's been more than that back in the earlier days, but it's just been one now. So thank you so much for getting back to us, and thank you for your question.
Awesome. Nancy says, "When do you see me selling my house and moving to Florida?"
Well, I think the process of moving to Florida is going to be a lot. I think getting there and getting yourself settled in is going to be great. And the timeline on doing that, I would say no longer than March of this next coming year. So you got about 3 months into the new year, and you'll be settling yourself and getting out of boxes.
A little bit less than a year. Fiona says, "Hi Chris, I'm depressed. I don't know why or what I should do because I'm normally an extremely happy person."
I think it's hormone based. I think it's vitamin D based. And I think that your nutrition is off, your exercise is off, everything is off. And I think you just feel internally alone. And I think that sometimes when that happens, we need to talk to a specialist, which in this case is not a psychic, it's a doctor. And that would be, a psychiatrist, psychologist, and just level with them. Tell them where you're at. Tell them what you're going through. Tell them how you feel. And they'll work you through it. And you either can go the medication route or not. There's a holistic route too, which you can talk to them about it. Like I have a doctor that does conventional and holistic, but I go when I have to because I try the home remedies first. That's not saying you got to do that, but I think you need someone to talk to just as a dumping ground, just so that you can vent. So I would go that route.
Yolanda says, "Will my niece ever get a job?"
Well, that's... How do you answer that? Yes and no. To be more specific, she doesn't want to work. She's very lazy. She's only going to work when she has to work. This could be called hard love, to where you say, "Look, but I can't really see you doing that. Don't mean any disrespect, but you're just a softie and you give in." So if we're going to rely on her doing it, then I think we probably got 18 months or so, because she simply doesn't want to work.
Veronica says, my son is talking about joining the military. Is that a good move for him?
I think it would be good for him because I think he wouldn't mind the structure. I think he would like the, how do you say the word, camaraderie. And I think he'd enjoy it. I really think he might think he's making a mistake, but after he gets to, the boot camp and everything, I think he's going to find that he's where he should be. I think he'd be happy with it.
Faisy says, will you see me changing my employer? Will it be the same location or another in the U.S.?
No, I don't think it's going to be changing. I think you're going to be staying put right where you're at. And I think that by the change up with the management and everything else, I think things are going to be doing a whole lot better for you in the next couple of weeks. I'd give it that much time, at least through the end of the month. And I think we'll see some good change. I think it's about time, though. Really about time.
C says, hi, it's Crystal here. Who's the man I will eventually settle down with? She wants to know, she says particular his name.
Well, can't help you there. I don't know his name. But I can give you a description if you like. That would be black hair and black eyes, or very dark brown to black eyes. Height would be about 6'1". Weight would be about 205. Age would be about 2 years your senior. Now, do you see how I did that? I don't know the age that you're at. I don't know the age that he's at. But I can get a 2-year variation of your ages together. And that's the way I can answer that. So I just like to let you know how sometimes psychics work. I think he's fit. I think he's very good looking. I think he's got very good hygiene. I think he's type A personality, which fits with you. All of that I'd say about you too. So I think it's a good match.
Awesome. Alma says, is a loving, committed relationship coming in?
That can only come in if you're putting it out there, which means you go both feet in yourself. And sometimes that's really hard to do when you've been very, very hurt. And I can understand that, but if you don't go out to meet people, time just passes and it's more of the same. So you know exactly what I'm saying to you. I say it so much. Get out and activate. I say that a lot. And you're ones that fits true to the core with. So please get out and activate. Well, let's go back to that one question we're saying. Chris, give me his name. You got to understand something. I can get a name. That doesn't mean that's the name that they're using. They could use a nickname to go by their second name. They can abbreviate their name. They could change their name. I can get one of those, and they may not be using that one. That's why I like going by descriptions. Why? It doesn't change. Now, of course, everybody grays, everybody wrinkles. I mean, everyone eventually passes. That's true. But a description doesn't change. So to me, that's more accurate. Besides, I'm a lot better at it. So psychic likes to go what they're better at. Not just me, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Okay.
Just really quickly, I want to clear that a lot of people are donating. I don't want to promise that I'm going to read your question. I'm going to try my best. But if I don't
thank you for the donations. We really do appreciate it because it keeps the channel going, but we'll do our...
Of course. We try our best and we try to get to everything, but sometimes things slip through. Lauren says, why am I in so much pain?
Well, I mean, the focus on it is constant. It's constant. You have to kind of, I was going to say astrally project, rise above it. Meditate more. Visualize more. Put your mind elsewhere. I know that it's a start. There's medication too. I think you could have been bit by a tick, and there may have some... Have you ever been checked for like Lyme's or things along down that guidelines? I would check the autoimmune system. It seems to be where the pain is in the soft tissue of the joints. So to me, that's kind of got like a Lyme's to it. I'm not a doctor, I'm a psychic. So I want you to be looked at and tested, of course, obviously, and then see the autoimmune systems that follow the Lyme's. And I believe you'll be able to get more to where you're going with this.
Awesome. Sarah says, hi Chris, my husband and I have been trying to get pregnant for a few months now, but no luck. When do you see us getting pregnant?
Well, I think you'll be pregnant before the end of the year, and sometimes things take a little bit longer to work through. So what I'm saying by that, my mom had a few miscarriages before I was born, and a lot of times it takes sometimes a sequence for these things to occur. So please understand that you're going to get pregnant. You're going to have a healthy baby. You may have to go through a little bit of a mishap before that, but don't panic. I know it can be upsetting. I just want to be upfront with you, but that's not going to stop anything, because you're going to be a great, fantastic mother, and you're going to be a happy mom too. And I think you'll be a mom. You didn't ask me how many you're going to have, so I don't want to just blurt that out there, because I've got so many clients that say, Chris, I want to know the sex, but I didn't want to know how many, or I didn't want to know this, so I always ask so I don't put my foot in my mouth. So I know with you, you're cool with it, so I think you'll have altogether 3. And I think they'll be healthy and happy, so congratulations. But sometimes, like I said, the first one, gotta get past that. So I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Like I said, my mom had a few miscarriages before I came in.
Awesome. Chloe says, "Hi Chris, I know it's early, but I feel like my dad Mario who passed away. I feel my dad Mario who passed away around me all of the time. What were his life themes?"
When he was here, I would say loner, and I believe activator. But I don't see him around that much. I think you might sense him from time to time, but he's over there working his you-know-what off. So I think he's very busy and very happy.
Awesome. Faisy says, "When will my son start speaking like a normal kid?"
I would say about another year. I think there might be a little splash of being autistic here. That I said a splash, not full blown, just a splash. And I think that we'll work through that, and that will be fine.
So Maria says, "I found a new realtor to help us find a single-story house, but when it is a good time to list our house?"
I would wait till, if this was me doing it, I'd wait till after the first of the year, simply because more things will be going up. You'll be able to get more for the money. Things will be a little bit looser. People will be a little bit more calmer about this pandemic. And guys, we're all in this together. Just got to create social distancing from each other, as we know. So, yeah, I think it'll be a good time right around the first of the year.
Susanna would like to know, when will I meet my husband?
I don't think you've met him. I think you've probably seen him because he's in the same area as you are. But yeah, he will have a familiar face, by the way. That's from past life, though. I would say about 13, 14 months. And then I think it will start off just as friends. And I think it'll go away for about 8 or 9 months and then come back in. And I think you'll sit down with each other and really find your groove and really get together. And from that point, go very fast. But it's a little bit, hi, how are you? Get to know you. Where you gone? Then back in. But you'll see. It'll be great. That's still soon enough. It's no more than a couple of years putting all that time together.
Crystal says, "Any message for me from the spiritual realm?"
No messages. That's a good thing, though. I'm psychic. I don't get messages every day. It lets you know clearly that you have a healthy and a long, prosperous life. If you had messages coming in all the time, then you'd start to worry, like something can't be right. But when it's quiet like that, don't ever freak out about it. That's a really good thing.
Spiritual Heart says, "Hi Chris, how should I deal with my toxic family members while helping my dad with Alzheimer's care?"
Disown them. I mean, just completely disown them. Why? Because you can't do anything else with them people. They're mean and they're hateful, and who wants to be around mean and hateful? I don't care who you are. I don't want to be around anybody that's mean and hateful. I don't want to do it. So I choose not to. If you want to do that, that's the best you're going to get. So if I was you, disown them.
Miss Lavone says, "Hi Chris, a guy named James gave me a ring. Is he serious or should I move on?"
Move on. I'm not so sure the ring's real. Not that that matters. I mean, for that matter, it could be something you made out of paper mache if you wanted to. I just don't think he knows what he wants. I think that there's an imbalance here. So I wouldn't. You don't even know this guy.
Angel says, "When will my son's dad and I talk again?"
I think it'll be a couple of years because at this point he just doesn't want to, and he's going to go his own way in his own right. And even when you talk in a couple of years, it'll be like just a matter of fact, only thing about the kid and nothing else.
Julie says, "Does my husband have an illness? What is it?"
Not a doctor, but I believe that there is an imbalance. there could be bipolar or schizophrenia or something along down those guidelines. That's the avenue I'd look into with a psychiatrist, but I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm a psychic. Gotta make sure that's clear.
It's very clear. Not a doctor either. Just a psychic. Dina says, "Hi Chris, do you see my best friend getting a kidney?"
In time. I don't think it's coming in right away. I think it could be on the upwards of a little over a year, but I believe at least we're going to get it. Thank goodness. I'm very grateful for that. I think it's very positive.
Heather says, "I'm too old to be asking this, but when will my food truck business be successful?"
Well, I mean, I would say 8 months now. 8 months. I think it will be successful. I think it is successful. I think you've got to ask yourself, what do you expect out of this? I mean, you're going to have plenty of food. You're going to have a roof over your head, things along down this good nature. I mean, you're not going to be selling gold corn dogs or anything like that. So it is successful. So I think you got to just be happy with it.
Jaya believes, or says, "Hi Chris, will I change my house in the future?"
Excuse me, pardon me. I think what you're asking me is, are you going to move and get to a different house? And I don't think you're going to do that. But change your house to the expect of remodeling the one that you're in. And that kind of a change, yes. New house, no. But remodeling the one you have and making a real nice palace for yourself, absolutely yes. Sorry, I had the hiccups. But it'll be a beautiful house when it's done.
Maria says, nervously asking if and when will my grandson Eric and his girlfriend have a baby.
I don't know why you're nervous asking that question. I think it's going to for sure happen. I think it'll probably be the summertime of this coming next year. So that's going to be soon enough. That's conceiving. Then you got 9 months for that time.
Netters says, "Hi Chris, my youngest daughter is in turmoil. The family hasn't been in contact with her for months. Is she okay?"
Yeah, I think she's doing just fine. I think she has a group of people that she's hanging around and she's doing what she wants to do. And I think she feels that she's, a big girl and she doesn't have to consult or talk or ask anybody's what they're going on. I think a lot of this has to do with the young man that she's seeing. And they're just kind of doing their thing. But she seems to be perfectly fine at this point.
Margarita says, "What is my life theme?"
Life theme, primary theme, that would be temperance and catalyst is a secondary. And you've really got to try to cool it on the worry end there.
So, okay, Sarah says, "Hi Chris, I've been scared to ask. About 2.5 years ago, while tucking my son in bed, I heard a very clear but androgynous voice said he's only going to live until he's 6. What was that all about?"
I really don't have a clue what that's about, but I don't think we got to worry about 6 because he's going to live to a very old man, way past even 60 or 66 or anything to do with the 6 for that matter. So I don't think you got anything to worry about. I think it's more fear-based than anything else, and I think it means absolutely nothing.
Oh, excuse me. Mario
I'm
says,
sorry that has bothered you, but it shouldn't bother you anymore because it's nothing.
Mario says, "Hello, any more grandchildren for me?"
I believe one more and a girl and healthy.
Sharon would like to know what her animal totem is.
Animal totem? Oh, gosh. It looks like it's going to be a turtle, but it's the big tortoise kind of turtle. Not the swimming turtle, but the big turtle. Tortoise turtle.
That's just a tortoise.
Tortoise? This is it? Okay.
Yeah.
But, those things get big. They live a long time. Some of them are flat, though. That go
Yes,
through the ocean.
some of them
that
are flat.
Some of them are on land, and there's the shells.
They have the more convex, I believe it is, shell.
Yeah, it's just a very big turtle.
Yeah, they live for, I think, 200 years, 300 years?
Longer
like
than we're going to do both put together.
Jessica says, "I had a hard life so far and wanted to know where my life is heading. I don't know what path to choose."
Well, I mean, you love people. Choose the path I choose. Love helping people. I mean, that's what you do anyways without even trying. That's just part of the makeup of who you are. Yeah, your life has been tough if you make it that way. I mean, we're all here to learn. We're all here to experience. We're all here to grow. When we're done learning, we're done. We can just go to the other side. So it may help you to know that this is your last lifetime, which is a positive, good thing. I always like to tell people when it is their last life that's what's going on, because it clarifies just so much, allows you to know that you're in a position for the first time to be able to call the shots. You can choose to live more lives. You can choose to be done. It's just nice being in that position. In fact, this is my last. You give me all the tea of China, like I've said before, I'm not coming back. I love my life. I love my friends, family, clients, animals. I'm not doing it again. But I'm going to do this one all the way through as long as I can, even more than that, and then go home and see mom. But yeah, it's good to be in your last life.
Yolanda says, "What year will I be married?"
What year will you be married? Now you're probably counting by the certificate of marriage with that little piece of paper. That will probably be in about 3.5 years. So 3.5 years from today's year would be what, 2024?
About that, yeah. I think the end of 2000.
Real close to.
Beginning of 2024, 2025, end of 2024.
Yeah, right there.
Mallory says, "Will I have a baby?"
Yes, I believe that you'll have one baby, not two, but one, yes.
Sherry says, "Will I ever buy or build a house? God bless you and thank you for sharing your gift."
You're welcome. I believe you'll buy the house. That'll be already built. And I think you'll just change a little bit, do some flooring stuff, and I think you'll be happy with it otherwise. It'll be nicely done. More of the higher amenities, which is going to fit with how you like things anyways.
Joanne says, "When I move, should I rent or rent to own?"
I would just, when you move, I would just rent. I don't think you're going to have to do the rent to own or the lease to buy option. I know it's out there. I don't think going that way is going to be the way you want to go. I think you'll rent and then you'll buy. So buying will be for about 3 years. But it's worth it because you buy a nice place.
JJ says, "Hi Chris, am I messing up at my job or being over analytical?"
I want to say both. I think your head needs to be at your job, and you know that. I think you just got to take a couple steps back and evaluate yourself and see what you can do better, because you can do better because you're smart. And just put yourself into the job, not an automatic pilot. And then I think you can stop overanalyzing.
C says, "I need help with channeling. I can't break the wall down. Any advice?"
Well, I mean, you can't relax, so you're just like spinning your wheels. So you've got to find in your mind what's going to get you to relax. See, a psychic can't read minds, so I don't know what makes you tick. I know that I'm Pisces, so I know water helps me, music helps me. That can help a lot of people too. I don't know. But you got to find what you can do to be zeroed down and your mind mentally, physically, emotionally relaxed. As soon as you get there, the rest is easy.
Maria says, "Should I continue to help the sheriff department or wait until the virus subsides more?"
I would wait probably about another 2 months. Then I would start really honing into the sheriff's department and help them out more. But 2 months from now, I would do more then than now.
Jan says, "Should I change careers?"
No. Even though you want to. No.
Mary,
You think my mother and I didn't come down sometimes saying, what the hell were we thinking? Me and a mother and son psychic? Oh my goodness gracious, come on. We all have had those days. But, I love what I do. I can't say it enough. And you really like what you do too. I know you do. It's just you're worn out. So get your second win. Dig your heels in. Let's go after it again.
Mary says, "Hi Chris, I need a 58-year-old question answered, please. Was I on the Titanic?"
No.
Okay, I just got lost from where I was. Give me one moment. There we are.
You went down with the Titanic.
Will my old friend Steve call me again in this life?
I don't think I'd wait around for that. I wouldn't hold my breath for that because I don't think that's coming in there.
Julia asks, "Is it safe to see my mother again?"
I think you're emotionally through it enough that you can deal with it. I don't know why you'd want to deal with it, but you can do it. Yeah. So I think it's safe. It's just going to be. I think the worst case scenario is just draining. That's all.
Jessica says, "Will I ever publish my book?"
I think you should self-publish it. I think it can help a lot of people. I think. What are you waiting for?
Susanna says, guide name?
Spirit guy's name? That would be Teresa.
Dawn says, will my husband's procedure help his legs and will he get his job back?
I don't think he's going to get his job back now. They have to do something that's going to help the circulation of the legs because there's not enough circulation coming in and going out. So stents and things like this I'm sure can help, but they need to do something more invasive than that.
Bob says, hi Chris, am I in the correct job?
I think you are, and I think you'll be knowing more that you are in the correct job over the next month because I think by the changes that are coming up and what's happening, I think it's just going to really gel really well with you. I think it's going to be great, so I'm happy for you.
Scott says, any updates on the pandemic?
Any what? Say again?
Any updates on the pandemic?
Well, like I said, this should be done well before now. But if people can just stay social distance away from one another, it dies. So, I mean, we're just, if everyone just stays home, we're in great shape.
Joy says, hello Chris, are any of my children going to be paid actors?
Well, I mean, more specifically, I think the younger one will be paid. I just don't think we'll stay with it for the whole life of a career. So when you say a paid actor, you can get something one time, maybe a paid actor. But I think what your question is, will they be able to do it for a living? And I think the younger one, as long as they want to do it, would be able to do it for a living.
Vindishwari says, can you tell me more about my kindred soul?
Happy, positive, adventurous, endearing, moody, talks way too much. You get earplugs though. You'll never feel alone. I think it's all good.
Maria says, is my grandson's girlfriend Day somebody I can trust or not?
Oh, Maria. Yeah, to a point. But you're always going to be right there watching. So I don't think there's going to be ever too much that doesn't get past you. But they can elaborate a little bit more or push things a little bit more. And you know what I'm saying to you with that. So you got to watch them. I don't think you got anything to worry about here, really.
Stephanie says, hi Chris, will I ever marry my boyfriend?
Well, realistically, you are married. You just don't have a certificate of marriage. So I would say, why mess around with a good thing when you got everything you got as a married couple right now, except for that little certificate by the state? And if that's something that you absolutely have to have, then you let him bring it up to you. You don't mention it to him. And no ultimatums. Don't do that. That never goes over well.
Natsia says, when will me and my husband have the next child?
Now. That doesn't mean born. It means conceiving now. Conceiving within now. I don't know how much faster that can be. She wins. Oh.
Julie says, will I grow old with my husband?
Yes, I believe that you will. And you guys are really great for each other. And I needed that right now because I like to see people happy with each other, people that love each other, people that care for each other. It just warms my soul. Makes my job easier too, but it warms me up. I love to see that.
Misty says, what sex will my grandchild be?
A boy.
She has 2 questions. She also wants to know if it's going to be healthy.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes, very healthy baby. And a healthy infant, toddler, teenager, so on and so forth.
Hopefully healthy mama too.
Since we have an excellent connection. See how my people are? We have an excellent connection with each other. That's what it says right here. I'm just being silly, you guys.
Davion says, how long will I be in the military?
Hello, what?
How long will I be in the military?
About another 3 more years.
Diana says, hi Chris, will my new career path flourish financially so we can have, so we can live nicely, help family, and renovate, etc.?
Boy, that's a lot to ask, huh? No, yes, but you're going to have something else go along with this. You're going to have to diversify more with this. You have to get out and advertise more with this for this to come in and happen. So you got to really, really put the work together and it'll happen.
Margarita says, should I trust my cousin Greasel, I believe, and Maggie?
Definitely not.
Catherine says, hi Chris, when will I get off my daughter's land and get my own land to move my manufactured home onto?
I think you're going to move the manufactured home onto your daughter's land, and you guys are going to keep arguing and fighting, but it's going to go to a low roar, and you'll actually get along, and every time you fight, she'll want to throw you off the property, and you won't go, and it'll be okay.
Crystal says, will we close on our house?
Yes, absolutely. I know that's put you on pins and needles. I remember the day. But when I went through it, but yes, you will close.
Oh, closing on a house is so hard. I remember closing on my apartment, and it was so
It's a
nerve-wracking.
nightmare.
Andrea says, what is my youngest daughter's spirit guide's name?
Younger daughter's spirit guide's name, that would be Manuel. That's a male.
Yolanda says, you told me I would be going my separate way. Where will I be going?
Separate way means that you're going to find yourself, you're going to do your own thing. You're not going anywhere geographically or anywhere in your mind. You're going to be staying right where you're at and getting your life together and trusting within yourself, building confidence within yourself, and taking the first thing that comes into your mind. Not everything has to be overanalyzed to the utmost detail. Take it easier on yourself.
Primavera says, hi Chris, what do you see for my career path?
You should look towards the EMT.
Natsia says, when and where will we move out of my current city?
When? Not for about 9 months, but it's just like a city over, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not like leaving the country.
Maria says, will my son have a normal life? He has no motivation.
Well, when you ask me a question like that, my first question is, what is your definition of a normal life? I mean, he's going to get up, he's going to eat, he's going to sleep, he's going to go to the bathroom, he's going to watch television, and that's what he does. And that's what he's going to continue to do. Unless he gets into the doctor's office and they have a talk with him to figure out what it is that he wants. And I really don't think... I think going to the doctor's office, I think it's the right way to do because you always want to rule things out. But I think you hit the nail on the head. I just think he's just very lazy and he's a simpleton. A simpleton to me means he's just happy with just the basics of things in life. And if you think about life in general, what are you going to take with you? Not going to take a car, not going to take your body, not going to take anything with you. So the smartest thing for me is, memories, family, friends, loved ones. That's a lot. He's a good individual. He just doesn't want to do much.
Wanda says, 50 years ago I visited the ruins of Sultan Palace in Morocco. What can you tell me about past life there?
Only thing I can tell you is that you've had about 4 past lives there. Anything more detail of that, you'd have to hire someone in your area to do a regression with you and put you in hypnosis and kind of guide you through it, and they'll tell them everything and then they'll put it together for you. This isn't something we would do over the phone. This isn't something you need. This is something you're curious about. So if you're curious, you can follow it. Otherwise, spend your money on something else.
Crystal says, I'm thinking about doing a scalar light energy. What are your thoughts about it? I'm hoping it will help with my metabolism and hair loss.
What do I think about it? I think I would save my money and do something else.
Julie says, is it true your mom Sylvia was talking to me in spirit recently? I felt her many times.
I don't believe so, no.
Oma says, hi Chris, when will I go back to work?
I would say about May, about the 15th of May.
Shakira says, hi Chris, who's ringing the doorbell when I'm in a dream state for the past 3 months?
Nobody. That's your energy. So you can't get away from your own energy. It's not something to be alarmed about, not something to be worried about. My mother, a lot of times, couldn't wear a watch that would work. It would just turn into a bracelet because she wouldn't be able to tell the time. So you just have energy that works like that. Electrical currents do a lot of different things. Just like water running under the ground goes a lot of different ways. Nothing to be worried about.
Crystal says, am I an empath?
You can be empathic, yes.
Patty would like to know her animal totem as well.
Animal totem, that would be a red-tailed hawk.
Oh, those are gorgeous. I love those hawks.
I like the owls. After seeing the owls, I like all kinds of animals, though.
Yeah, owls are cool too.
I like all animals. I really do. I can't go to one of those, places that like where they save them and things like that. I gotta take them all home with me.
Ryan says, "Hi Chris, can you give us some advice in our decision in staying in Canada and not going back to our country?"
Well, where you're at is more beautiful. Where you're at, you make more money. You'll make more friends. It's more peaceful, less hostile, less hot. Gosh, I don't think you need it anymore. But then again, I think travel will come up within about the next, 2-3 years more to travel more. Therefore, so you won't feel so stuck in the mud. You won't feel so like you got to get out. You got to do things, that kind of thing. So just relax. It'll be okay.
Dawn says, will my husband get a better job?
No, but I think he'll make a better job within his job where he's at now. And I think that will happen before the end of the year. So I think that's good. Kind of like getting promoted and then not getting the money, but then the money eventually comes in. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's going to happen. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for all the donations. Really, truly, it keeps us alive. If we haven't got you answered, just keep sending the questions in because hopefully we'll get to you next week. Look for a post and when we're on. Go to my website, check out the merchandise. And like I said, when we get 10,000 subscribers, we'll have the merchandise online. I want to thank you, Chris, for coming here and helping me. And thank all you guys. Stay uplifted. God bless. Love you.